a Walt Disney attraction, I'll say, without trying to get into too much trouble this time of year, around Halloween time. But anyway, welcome back to Java Lessons and More with me, Evan Gonshore. I felt bad that we haven't had a lesson in a little bit. Not getting a chance to do it on the computer this week, but figure I might as well give you something. Not that this is going to go on. Well, I mean, it could go on forever if people start sending in questions, but I just wanted to show one thing real quick. Like you can write out two-dimensional arrays. Like that would be the first row. I think, or those are the columns. It's easy enough to try out. But you initialize them the same way we were doing before, I'm pretty sure. Let me check my notes. Yeah, so you do the double brackets. You say int, or double square brackets. That's what we did in the last podcast and video. And then you would just close it off. Equals. This would just be all you'd need to put to the right of the equals along with one of those. Yeah, that's it. So pretty simple. I just didn't want to leave that out in case you prefer to manually enter them. Most of the time you do it automatically though, which is why I focused on that last time. Then you can get into the third dimension as well, but most of the time it doesn't get that complex, so it's not really worth diving into unless you want to. But in most situations you won't have to worry about that. Then the other thing that's cool is if at the top of your file you import, and it would have been cool to kind of do this on the computer, and we still can, I guess, but then when you go in, you would have your class and your static void main set up like we've always been doing, but you can set up a new array list. So array list, and then you give it a name, equals new array list. And if you Google it online, just don't forget to do that import statement at the top of your code. It's pretty neat. You can do like name.add, and it'll take pretty much any object. I'm not sure if you can mix objects. You can try it. But you can add a new object, and then you can specify the position of the object before you type the object if you don't want to just have it added on at the end, but otherwise it'll just tack it onto the end. And the really nice thing about these is that you can shrink them as well, so they can grow and shrink as you need. So you can remove at a given index. You just need to know the location of it, which is easy enough. You just go index of the object that you're looking for, whether that's a string. You can just type the string in, like you're looking for the string hi. You can get rid of that entry, but I just think that they're really neat. And again, you're going to be Googling a lot when you're coding, so like just kind of Googling this and playing around with it. I think it's a really neat feature. I think it's something that most people don't take advantage of. You can also get the size of it, name.size. So it'll tell you how many are in there. Just don't forget that it's 0 indexed. So if it says there are 3 in there, then your last entry is actually index 2. It can be a little confusing, believe me, and that's another Google thing. And then you can also like do custom objects And for that, like if you create your own object, you would just type it in here. So whatever you want to call your object, you would just put it in there, and then you would do the same before the parentheses here. You would have another set of these. Actually, I don't know what they're called. I know they're like less than and greater than sign, but I don't know the proper term for them. Angle brackets, maybe? That's about it. I guess we didn't really need to do that on the computer. But anyway, just wanted to wish you a happy Halloween. And yeah, that's it. Happy Halloween. Hope you're learning something. We are getting kind of close to finishing what I wanted to finish. We're going to skip over some of the like class and inheritance hierarchy stuff, because I don't think that is, like, there's literally a thing called abstract classes, which cannot be, it's just kind of getting into some stuff that's not super useful. So I'm looking to make this as useful and applicable to you as possible. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to send them in. And don't forget to look for Evan Gonshore or Java Lessons and More on YouTube or on podcast, wherever you prefer to watch or listen. You can see me type this stuff out on YouTube. But hope you have a happy Halloween, or a good one, depending on when you discover this podcast. And yeah, hopefully we'll be back soon with another lesson. Again, sorry for the gap, but just hope you're continuing to learn something. Thank you for your support.